Trump's tariffs, Rust Belt revival, or recurring failure? Will President Trump's tariff policies actually revitalize American manufacturing, or are they doomed to repeat past failures? Deep within the aging steel mills of the Northeast's Rust Belt, what are blue-collar workers truly thinking? Today, we offer an on-the-ground look inside this divided America. A signature policy after Trump took office was imposing tariffs on global steel and aluminum products. He claimed this would drive the return of American manufacturing, particularly to the Rust Belt region in the Northeast. However, this policy sparked not only international controversy, but also starkly opposing views within the United States itself. National opinion polls show that 57% of Americans believe the tariffs harm the country overall. While 43% believe they are not harmful, only 22% actually see them as beneficial to the U.S. This division is sharply reflected along party lines. 44% of Republican voters support the tariffs, while a significant 87% of Democratic voters oppose them. This partisan split is also evident among manufacturing workers. 42% support the tariffs, but 52% explicitly oppose them. When looking specifically at steelworker unions, the situation becomes even more nuanced. Only 26% of unionized steelworkers express confidence in the tariff policy, whereas 39% openly voice their opposition. Yet, within the old steel mills of Pennsylvania, the desires of blue-collar workers seem profoundly straightforward. They yearn for a return to an era when large, stable companies formed the backbone of the community, creating vibrant local economies. Their fathers' generation relied on these mills to support their families. Now, many cling to Trump's promise of a manufacturing comeback, hoping to recapture that past way of life. But the reality on the ground is far more complex than the political rhetoric suggests. Even when potential investment arises, such as a Japanese corporation's proposed $1 billion investment to modernize production lines, guaranteeing continued employment and benefits, referring to Nippon Steel's bid for U.S. Steel, formidable obstacles remain. These include high labor costs, challenges in recruiting workers, and environmental regulations. Despite these practical hurdles, for many of these workers, the sentiment is that livelihoods matter more than the flag. Yet, the Biden administration has voiced opposition to the Japanese acquisition of U.S. Steel, citing national security concerns. This stance has led to a loss of trust in Biden among Pennsylvania's steelworkers, pushing many towards supporting Trump instead. The decline of Rust Belt factories, however, is not a recent phenomenon. From Barack Obama to Donald Trump, then to Joe Biden, and back to Donald Trump, successive presidents have championed the slogan of bringing manufacturing back. Yet, the practical outcome has often been continued industrial decay. While Trump's high tariff strategy successfully garnered blue-collar votes, it struggles to genuinely address the deep-seated issues. Revitalizing American manufacturing requires not just substantial investment and supportive policies, but also strategies to overcome persistent high costs and environmental challenges. For these blue-collar workers, the grand promises they hear might ultimately prove to be just a pipe dream. What do you think? Can America's blue-collar workers still achieve a stable, middle-class life through manufacturing jobs, as their parents' generation did? Will Trump's tariff policies genuinely rejuvenate the Rust Belt, or are they primarily political theater? Share your perspectives in the comments below.